Hello, hello. What is up, guys? It's me, Beanie, and I am back. I know it's been a while. How are you? How's everyone doing? Let's do some housekeeping really quick. Hello to my new subscribers. My name is Beanie. This is my channel where we talk about my junky dentures, anxiety, depression, morbid obesity, and I have an ADD brain. What does that mean for you as viewers? I talk a lot. I talk fast. I may talk in circles. I may say, I may look up. There's a plethora of things. And if you want to be more educated on the nuances of someone who has an ADD or a neurodivergent brain, there's tons of social media content out there where you can learn about that. And I'm doing this little extra because I've gotten a couple of snarky comments lately from new viewers or viewers that are just passing through. And I just don't feel like it's necessary. Everybody's different. I purposely don't put out cookie cutter content because this is a hobby for me. I'm not here to make revenue. I'm not here to, become known as the denture lady. I talk about everything. Most of my people, yes, are here for dentures, but I talk about everything. This is really more of a blog style or a vlog style channel. And so I'm giving you the warning up front. You can fast forward, tap the button to if I'm getting a little too wordy. If there's only a certain part that you want to watch, just fast forward. I don't take offense to it, but I just feel like I needed to, talk about that because I say that I have an ADD brain, but people don't really understand what that means. It means I talk a lot. Could you imagine if it annoys you to hear me talk so much? Could you imagine what it's like in my brain? It's exhausting. That's all I'll say about that. So it's been a while. I've been sick. I was really sick in April, and I'm just kind of getting my swing back a little bit. I'm not 100% better, but I'm certainly a lot better than I was even like 3 weeks ago. So it kind of put me out of commission. I basically could just muster enough strength to work. And then as soon as work is done, I just go to sleep. Like, that's it. I did have a bunch of appointments last month. I have a bunch of appointments coming up this week and next week and the week after. So they started me. Remember, I think I mentioned I had gotten all this blood work done. Like, some of it were like really advanced testing that took several weeks to come back. So they gave me two choices. And one was to go back on the Mamma Jamma steroid, which was the one that saved my life when I was in the hospital. But they really don't want to do that. They kind of want to save it, is what she said. Like, let's save it for when we really, really, really need it. And they've put me on a medicine that is a chemo medicine. It's been around over 20 years. They use it to treat certain cancers, but then they also use it in a lower dose, like for a therapeutic treatment for people with immune issues like myself. And basically what it's supposed to do is kill your immune system. So I have an overactive right now. My immune system is like when I was really sick in April, was on hyperdrive, and bitch was doing a whole lot of stuff. So the goal is the chemo drug will tamper down the immune system. And most people would say, well, I mean, geez, if you have a lot of immune system, that's great. No, it's not, because the immune system she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing. She's fighting me. She's not fighting the bad things. She's fighting my good stuff, and we need her to get her life right. So they start you off on a lower dose, and you can do it two ways. You take it with pills, or you can take injections. Because I already have stomach issues and GI issues, I have opted to do injections, which I have to do myself once a week. I thought it was going to be bad. It's not as bad as I thought. Look at the needle is little, and you just stick it in your fat gut. And I mean, I have 4 stomachs, so I mean, I barely feel it. You do get side effects from it, but I was already sick, so I didn't care. But yeah, losing your hair, sores in your mouth, nausea, diarrhea, all that stuff. And I've had a couple of those symptoms, but it also takes like six to 8 weeks, or I think maybe it's 12 weeks. I don't remember, for it to build up in your system. So I was bracing for the worst, like the first couple of weeks, and it wasn't that bad. And then I started having like side effects. But we'll see. I'll stay on it like another 6 weeks and see if they'll do my blood work and see if there's been any improvement. And if there's been improvement, then I'll probably stay on it. And if not, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just hard. I'm just telling y'all, like, if you don't have like serious medical issues right now, like if your only issues are like you are obese, or you have type 2 diabetes due to obesity, or if you have high blood pressure due to obesity, like obesity is a killer. And, I take steroids a lot. And so I pack on a lot of weight. Yeah. One of you guys, I'll get to that in a minute. But anyways, so that's where I was last month. So I only, I could get enough in me to do, I think I did 2 giveaways last month. And that's all I could do. So where are we at with Denture Box? All right, my Denture Box, their Tryins came like the second week of April, I think. I can't remember. Or maybe it was even the first week of April, but I was already like knee deep in a flare up and started the chemo drag. And I was just not into it. I just took the box, put it in the fridge, and I was like, listen, Denture Box, I'm going to have to get to you when I get to you. And I just really, like I said, the best I could do was work every day and then go to sleep. I couldn't think about having to like try on these teeth. And not that I wasn't grateful to receive them. I just physically could not do it. Could not do it. So when I finally was coming out on the other end of it, which was like the end of April, I went to go make my appointment. First of all, I used to be able to make my appointment and pick any time. Now I can't. They are so busy. They are so busy. DB is blowing up. When I was talking with them, they said because of Michelle, something with TikTok. I don't go on TikTok. I don't support that company, and I won't make a channel there. I mean, I guess I get why people do it. It's very easy to reach your analytics there, but they're they're not a company that I would support at all. So I don't go on there. But Michelle reached like 1 million views or something like that. And so, the word about Denture Box and the products that they're able to offer is reaching a broader audience. And hence, it's harder for your friend Beanie to get an appointment. I was just like, oh my gosh. But anyways, so when I went to go make my appointment, that day I received an email from the Denture Box team that there had been a passing with a team member, and that while they regrouped from that passing, they were going to continue to provide service to all their clients. Team members are pitching in and helping out. And I said, Beanie, you already went 3 weeks without scheduling this appointment. You don't need to schedule this appointment right now. Let the other people go ahead of you. Let the Denture Box team. I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to say I'm funny about that, but I feel like when there's losses, I am very happy to take a back seat and let people just do their thing. Whether it's like the grieving process, whatever, I can put myself and my needs on the back burner. So I did that. I scheduled my appointment for the following week. And then did I tried them on. I should have tried them on 2 weeks before that. It didn't matter. I had plenty of time. I had several days to wear them. And I'll try them in for you today. Remember, my Tryins number 2, couldn't try them in because my bottoms were too narrow here. And that was because of the molds. I'm not a mold maker, and I overthink everything. So it required me remaking my bottom molds. And that's why we're on number 3. I know most people only do 2. Well, not Beanie, because nothing is ever, cut and dry with me. So when I put them on, they both fit really, really, really good. I can't say that they have. When I went through Aspen, my Tryins felt that good, like immediately putting them in. I did have to do some modification to the bottom right. I had to buzz it a little bit. That's normal. Like it just had a high spot. So I had to go in there with the Dremel tool that DB provides and get in there and do bzzz. I am feeling more comfortable now using this. Like I remember when I first got it, I was really afraid to use it. I was afraid I would overuse it. But I do realize like the more I just tested out the different heads and the different speeds, I got definitely more comfortable with that. So yeah, that made me happy. So we did my third Tryins, and we'll talk about it now. So give me a second. I'm going to put these in, and then we're going to talk about my thirds. Okay. So they're in. They fit perfectly. Okay. As far as the plate. So the plate is perfect. Where I had asked for an adjustment is here. So if you look, when I'm resting, do you see? You see how, like, when I had teeth, like when I had natural teeth, I never had this much tooth showing during a natural, like these ones from Aspen, and I'll put them back in, is really how my teeth naturally were. So the teeth are just a little too big. If you look at like the sizing of these Aspen teeth, you see how like they're little guys. And then I don't want to take my teeth out. I'll do a side by side. You guys know I'm not a professional. Yeah, I just think that the teeth are they're too big. So everything else is fine though, because, and I don't have adhesive in clearly, but like, look at that. Hold on, my dirty fingernails. See? Perfect. My smile line. I didn't even know that was a word. Smile line is perfect. It's just the teeth are a little bit teethy. Does that make sense? So, I just lost my like my email just rang and I lost my train of thought. Everything else, like, oh my God, like, you know what I love? I love my uppers. Like, this is what I was telling them. My tongue, let me switch out. Hold on. Okay, so my tongue sits so nicely in this palette. The length of the palette is like perfect. Like, it is like they have to change nothing about this, except I just feel like the size of the teeth. Now, I don't feel like, I know, because I compared the size of the teeth that are in my mouth to these, and these are bigger. So I'm going to rest my mouth here, and you can see. You see like that is, that's how my mouth naturally, rests. It rests lower. And if I got to find some pictures of when I had like my full mouth of teeth. That's what my mouth naturally looked like. It's, I don't think it's a big issue. Denture Box didn't seem to think that it was going to be a problem. It did make me feel bad. I felt bad. Like, I was like, oh my God, now we have to do another Tryin. But, they didn't make me feel any kind of way about it. So we're just waiting on those to come. I'm not in a rush though. Like I understand that they have things that are going on. So, you know, I think a lot of times we can exercise patience in our lives and, you know, show a little bit of empathy and support and courtesy when there's, you know, an availability to do so. So, and I also realize like other people that are going through the Denture Box process are maybe not as lackadaisical as me, but that's also part of like my ADD and the way that like my ADD brain is. And that's why I think like the Denture Box process in itself just really works for me. But yeah, as far as my fit, so my, what do they call him? My designer's Phil, and Phil knows what he's doing. Okay. Because these suckers, my plates fit like a glove. They're comfortable. They are very, very comfortable. So, I didn't realize, I look back on one of my older videos. Oh shit. Sorry guys. Where we were talking about my denture tooth color of these, which these are the second shade of bright from Aspen. And I originally had planned on going with the brighter. So recently people have been commenting on that video, and with Denture Box, I chose the Hollywood white. But I was reading through the comments on the older video where everyone was still like, don't do ultra bright. I feel like I want to have ultra bright teeth. I don't know, but I feel like I'm second guessing myself, and it's not too late. I mean, they haven't even made my teeth yet. We're waiting for my Tryins to come. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think you think the Hollywood bright, is it too obnoxious? I mean, maybe if I was a professional content creator, it would be okay, right? Because everybody on YouTube ends up getting veneers. Clearly, I'm wearing a Shrek t-shirt. That part is not, who cares? But let me know what you guys think. Do you think I should go ultra white? I don't know. I still feel like I want to. I do. I feel like I want to. And I drink coffee. They're not going to stay ultra white forever, even if I clean them with the Dr. B's ultra bleach my dress cleanser. I think they'll eventually dull down a little bit. I don't know. I think I would love to look at myself glowing. I don't know. You tell me, people. What do you think we should do? Ultimately, I'm going to do whatever I want, but I love to hear the feedback. So I'm going to point, I don't know if you can see, there are 2 lumps over on my ironing board. I think one is Tyson, who's the baby of my kitty babies. And I think the other one is Cosmo, who is the second kitty baby. But Tyson's my littlest guy. You guys asked to see about my kitty babies. I think I might do some videos. I think you'll get a kick out of some of them. Not my old ladies. My old ladies, they're not like the young ones. Jerry, well, you guys have seen Jerry popping through videos on occasion. I think Chomp is Cosmo, but I think you've seen him in one. Tyson you haven't. Tyson has a nub tail. When he was found in my neighbor's fountain, and originally I was just going to bring him over onto my side of the yard so her dogs wouldn't eat him, but he was so little, and I just, come in the house with the rest of them. But he has a nub tail. He has a little nub. He doesn't have a real tail. You can feel the deformity in his tail, like where it was supposed to keep growing out, but it stopped. But it's cute. It's endearing. He is athletic. His name is Mike Tyson, after Mike Tyson, because he bulked up. Like, he hulked up in a couple of months. And he's also athletic, like Mike Tyson, like a boxer. Like, he's got strength, but he has no cardio. So like where my other cats can jump on the ledges and jump high, Tyson can. But he knows this about himself. So he practices parkour. And he literally does parkour all over my house. He will run up the couch and then like kick move off of my walls. He loves to jump on the recliner because the recliner goes back and forth. Like that's his favorite. He gets like, he uses it as a springboard. So maybe I will record them. They're funny. They're funny guys. They really make me laugh. And because I don't leave the house very often with my sickness, they give me something to do. That's all to it. So that's it. That was just a 20-minute catch up. I hope you hung out there with me. If not, I'll get you next time. Oh, I want to talk about this, but it's already been 20 minutes and you guys normally don't watch anything unless it's short. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it maybe I'll just do another video and then I'll post it after. So if you see me in the same clothes, you know that's why. We're going to be doing another giveaway. I feel like it should. It makes me feel good. So we'll do that. But anyways, I hope each and every one of you as well. I will let you know when my Tryins number 4 come. And any questions, concerns, whatever, you guys know you can always email me, beatingunscripted@gmail.com. Talk to you soon. Bye.